Ya cuma zat saya itu isi pembahasannya itu so yes we all to the that original game from the Five Nights at Freddy's but sambil mal von dem Markus Game der kommt gesehen hat mit gern vorbeischauen von The Deep End ansonsten Sachen.
Achte auf die hintere Halle. Ein Roboter in der Nähe siehst, hatte den Akte mit STRG. Es ist ein cooles Spiel, ich will es euch echt empfehlen.
Welcome to Celadon Logistics. Celadon is a world leader in shipping and handling worldwide, with over 280 ships on our fleet. Here at Celadon, we believe in the power of collaboration, innovation, and efficient teamwork. We have over 80,000 hardworking crew members and shipping agents who will proudly welcome you to be a driving force in the logistics industry. So come join us at Celadon, empowering the economy.
Alright, Malcolm, this week will be a bit different. Just get the ship running and I'll run you down the
Anders
details.
sein. Das ist dürfen und werden sich Details.
Anyways, we got some big news from Celadon themselves. Apparently we have a special delivery this week. I know this month's been really tough for you, but this is pretty important. Remember those robots from that warehouse? Seems like some company has bought them and wants to take them to their facility. The problem is their facility is pretty far from here. Although this will definitely frighten you, knowing all the stuff that has happened recently, we are taking huge safety measures with this. First off, you'll be doing this by yourself. The crew members won't be in the ship during voyages, and you'll mostly be in charge of both steering and taking care of the ship. This is all just so we can minimize any danger that comes with delivering, as this is a pretty long journey. Since our regular routine has changed so much, I'll have to reread the instructions on how to handle the ship for you just in case, but I know you obviously know how to handle the ship. I mean, you are the captain, but I've been obligated by staff to do so. So, here we go. In front of you lies the steering wheel. If you hover over the left, middle, or right part of the wheel, you'll be able to move and turn the ship left and right. Try it out. Great. You took ages or a few seconds to understand. By the way, you'll most likely meet a lot of obstacles in the way during your voyages. The weather there is hectic, so be sure you're careful driving around and don't end up smashing into icebergs or seagulls. There are a handful of other things in your cockpit. All the screens monitor certain things. You have a motion detector that scans the whole ship for anything that moves. You have a monitor that keeps track of your distance, and a monitor that keeps track of your water pump and ship integrity. This ship is extremely old, by the way. It'll be decommissioned sometime soon, but it was really the only ship that was available. You'll most likely experience the ship breaking apart from time to time, and stuff tends to malfunction a lot. You're equipped with a ship horn that'll scare any intruders away if they're outside or if there's any incoming obstacles. You also have a water pump lever to your right, which refills your water level if it drains. It seems like the last crew forgot to refill it. Try to use the horn and also refill your water pump by pulling the lever.
Damn, the graphic quality is
I knew you could do it. Okay, that should be all the instruments you need to learn. If you're behind you, you'll be met with a hologram and a door on the right, which leads you to the maintenance room. You'll be going to that room a lot, so go in there and I'll explain how it works. This room is cluttered with pipes and whatnot. Whenever a system breaks or a ship's integrity declines, a pipe will burst here. Speaking of which, I guess the last crew didn't make sure to check this room either. Go ahead and fix that pipe that's currently leaking. The room is pitch black, so use your flashlight to see better. Good job. As I said, if anything breaks, just go in here and repair any pipes that start leaking. Alright, you can go back now. I think that should be everything you need to learn. Oh, by the way, you'll be in charge of checking the state of the ship after you've arrived. So, once you're finished, you'll have to stay in the current deck you're in and complete a checklist just to make sure the ship's in good order before leaving. Anyway, I'll leave you alone now. I'll see you when you get there.
du bist nicht allein. Du bist nicht allein auf dich. Ein Roboter wird diese Nacht durchstreichen. Wenn du ihn im Flur hatte deine Atem mit CPR oder Steuerung, wenn es zu nah. Neue Mission. Reichweite 1400 Distanz. Eigentlich ist es ganz easy, nur das Wasser hier auffüllen, falls es leer ist. So das Lenkrad benutzen, das Ziel erreichen. Falls was kaputt geht, einfach hier hin und das dann. Wenn dieser komische Dreckkopf kommt, dann ist der Atem.
Jesus, I think one of them escaped. Hang in there, Malcolm. You're about halfway there, so stay alive for a little bit longer.
Easy peasy.
Alright, the ship is successfully docked and the crew is finishing their shift. First voyage wasn't that awful, eh? Anyways, you'll now have to complete the ship safety checklist. Don't worry, it shouldn't be too hard. The checklist will include all of the tasks you need to complete before leaving. If you're confused as to what to do, the checklist includes a guide just in case. It gets pretty dark in there though, so make sure you aren't wandering in the dark all the time. See you tomorrow.
Dein Schicht ist noch nicht vorbei. Before you leave the ship, you must complete the ship safety checklist. Lass auf Deutsch machen. Bevor du die... Oh Gott. Okay, wir müssen es übersetzen. Bevor du das Schiff verlässt, musst du den Ship Safety Checklist erledigen. All deine Tasks sind... All deine Aufgaben sind gelistet in deiner Checkliste. Along with the guide. So, das heißt, mit dem Guide. Also, long, mit der Guide halt. Mit den Bedienungsanleitungen. Aber sei wachsam. Ein Monsters, ein Monster versteckt. Lurking halt. Ja, ein Monster versteckt sich im Schiff mit dir. Wenn du es hörst. Also, wenn du hörst, dass es atmet. Halte dein Atem mit Schiff. Don't turn your flashlight off. Schalte niemand deine Taschenlampe an und renn einfach weg, wenn das Atem wieder weg ist. Wenn du kein Atmen hörst, benutzt F, um deine Taschenlampe zu benutzen. Ja. Meine Checkliste. Tipp, versuchen Sie auf das Atem zu hören. Ja, ich weiß. Rohre reparieren, sammeln Sie Jerrydosen, Generatorsicherung ersetzen, Energie deaktivieren. Weiß ich schon. Ja, mit F. Und das ist ein Point-to-Click wie bei FNAF. Hier ist sie zu. Da haben wir einmal. Hier können wir nicht rein. erste Reise abgeschlossen. Ganz einfach. Ja. Und damit war es auch mit dem Video. Danke sehr fürs Zuschauen und sehen uns bei der nächsten Nacht. Goodbye. Warte, wir gehen gleich los hier.
Malcolm, glad to hear you're still in one piece. Celadon took notice of what happened yesterday and decided to do some improvements on the ship. And they wanted me to tell you about it. Don't worry about the last ship. We're all still confused on how one of the robots already managed to escape. We're forced to add a few extra security measures to the ship so this doesn't happen again. Anyways, we managed to install a shower handle at the back hall for the left door. If you go back and check the door, you'll see a yellow handle. We figured that if any of them escape their container again, you can use the handle to temporarily damage their circuits. We don't really know if this will cause any permanent damage to the robots, which would lead to a lawsuit, but it was the cheapest solution we could find. If any of them are outside the door, pull the handle and it'll release water on them, which should hopefully scare them off. Be careful with how long you use the shower handle, as it will drain the amount of water you have left. If that happens, you can refill your water with the lever in your cockpit to the right. Just keep track of your motion detector if any new ones happen to escape the ship. And you should be good. I'll let you know if we've done anything else to your ship. Good luck.
Neue Mechaniker Freizeit. Ein weiterer neuer Roboter wird auf dieser Reise das Schiff durchstreifen und einen anderen Weg zu dir nehmen. Er kann nicht gesehen werden, aber du wirst ihn hören. Verwenden Sie Bewegungsmelder, um seine Bewegung zu verfolgen. Ja. Sie wurden mit einer Notdusche ausgestattet. Verwenden Sie es, wenn Sie es wissen. Verwenden Sie es, wenn Sie wissen, dass er außerhalb Ihrer Tür.
Malcolm, there's someone outside the door. Quick, use the shower. You'll be able to see anyone outside that pitch black hall, so use your motion detector.
Du bist gestorben. Und damit würden wir auch nächstes Mal wieder auch dort anfangen. Falls euch das Video gefallen hat, dann lasst gerne ein Like dort, ein Abo und nicht zu vergessen, das andere Video abchecken. Far From Lamb, The Deep End. Und falls ihr noch noch ein weiteres Let's Play sehen wollt, wie ich mache, bevor die Video jetzt nach 5 wird es ganz einfach sein, wenn ihr Zeitpunkt einfach viel spielt und machen lässt. Werde ich mal, was wir auch immer spielen werden, ob wir das beide spielen werden oder nicht. Und ich hoffe auch, dass Far From Land für die End auch dieses Jahr fertig sein wird. Denn ich freue mich auch wirklich darauf, weil es wirklich an Resident Evil erinnert. Wir haben schon mal die Demo gespielt davon, wo man herumlaufen konnte. Das war genau das gleiche Stück, aber später nach, wo, ja, darf ich euch nicht verraten, bis wir nach 5 erreicht haben und auch nach 5 gefangen. Es erinnert an ein bisschen an Zeit natürlich eigentlich, aber diese Atmosphäre von, wenn du ein Schiff alleine fahren müsstest mit Animatronics, wie wäre das Feeling, das oder nicht? Und ja, das Game sieht auch sehr krass aus,